Hello students, I am Omkar Deshpande, lecturer, Department of Commerce, KLS, Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. We have started with the topic staffing. From the topic of staffing, we have covered the meaning, importance, and also the staffing process, these things which we have covered. So when we come across the staffing process, in that the first one was about the estimating manpower requirement, the second one is about the recruitment which was there. So already sir is dealing with that and sir has covered with the recruitment part. Okay, now today we are going to cover with the selection part, which I am going to cover in today's class. So what is selection? In very simple words, let me tell you what is selection. Selection in the sense what, during the time of recruitment, when recruitment is been done, recruitment in the sense what, inviting the applicants to apply for the job, the number of candidates who are already applied, among them we are going to select it. Among them we are going to, there will be many people will be there, among that we are going to few choice we are going to make and we are going to select those. So that is what about the selection. If I go with the example, see, in our organization there is called a vacancy for the manager post, but there is 4 posts are there, but there are more than 10 people they are going to apply. Now we cannot give for everyone, so that is what we are going to do. We will go with the selection process. So with the help of selection process we are going to choose only 4 among that. So this process is called as the selection. Okay, now selection is the process of choosing among the pool of the prospective job candidate developed at a stage of recruitment. The number of candidates who has recruited it, among that we are going to select it by applying the various process. So this is what about the selection. So to select that, as we know that staffing is about right person for right job, to go with that right person for right job, we go with a selection process. Okay, it has some steps, that steps which we are going to learn it out. Okay, now first is about preliminary screening. When it comes to preliminary screening, the first, as well as when a candidate or applicants will apply for the job, his entire detail, the resume, what the biodatas will be there or CV will be there, the complete analysis will be done. So that, and in that analysis they are going to see that for what the job was required, for job what qualification, what experience, what all things are required, they are going to analyze it, and from the application only or from that only they are going to decide that whether that particular candidate is fit or unfit. If the candidate is fit, they are going to keep it. If it is unfit, then in the first stage itself in application form, that time only they are going to reject it off. So this is what about the preliminary screening. So when it comes to preliminary screening, it helps the manager to eliminate unqualified or unfit job seeker based on the information supplied in the application form. When they go through the application form, they will come to know that what are the things they required and what are the things are there, like their marks, experience, this all, everything is matters it out. Okay, then the preliminary interview helps to reject the misfit for a reason which did not appear in the application form. Okay, now what are the upon the basis of application form, they are going to do the preliminary screen, they will go on screening one by one. According to that, the qualified person or what they required, according to that, if it is there, they will keep it out. Otherwise, if they feel that this particular person is unfit, they are going to remove from they are going to reject there only. This is what about preliminary screening. So the second point is selection test. So once from the preliminary screening, we have selected the application form. Now those all selected application, they come across the selection test. The various tests we are going to apply on those selected applications. Okay, in the selection test in the sense of an employment test is a mechanism, either a paper and pencil test or an exercise that attempts to measure a certain characteristics of an individual. Now here the selection test we are going to apply to those candidates which was selected in the application form. The various tests we are going to apply, due to this we are going to understand entire characteristics of that particular individual employee. Now those various tests, in that the important tests, now these are the tests which we are going to apply. Now how we are going to apply these tests, they are going to apply, these are the 4 levels of test are there which we are going to apply on the selected application form. In that the first one is about intelligence test. Intelligence in the sense what his IQ level, his decision making ability, his learning ability, and his judgment capacity. So all these things which we are going to analyze by giving them the intelligent test. Now this is one of the important psychological tests used to measure the level of intelligence content of individual, the individual level, how much intelligence, how much capability that we are going to understand by applying this test. It is an indicator of a personal learning ability, how much learning ability is there, or the ability to make a decision and judgment. So these are the things which we are going to understand from the intelligent test. Okay, now the second one is about aptitude test. With the help of this aptitude test, we will able to know what are the potentiality, what are the learning skills he has, what are the creativity things is there. This everything which we are going to understand with the help of aptitude test. Now it is a measures of individual potentiality for the learning new skill. It indicates the person's capacity to develop. The such tests are good indices of a person's future success scores. Now with this we are going to understand his capability, creativity, next things in the creativeness things in what quality he has. Okay, now the third one is about personality test. When it comes to personality test, there are few things are there which are the part of the organization where we need to take consideration, like emotionals, his reactions, his maturity level, his value system. Those are the very important, they are the part of the personality test which this test also we are going to conduct on that particular employee. Okay, now on particular applicant, personality tests provide the cure to personal emotions, his reaction, maturity, and value system, etc. These tests probe the overall personality, hence they are difficult to design and implement. It's not that easy to check the personality test at a one stage, but at least we will be able to come to know about few things about that particular applicant, okay, with this test. And the last is they are going to apply trait test. Now trait test in the sense what, in which field that particular employee is intelligent, that particular person's interest is very important, in which field he is interested, so that which kind of a job is vacant, so that job if we give them, he can give his 100 best performance in that particular field. So that's why with the help of this we are going to apply this trait test. Okay, test. Now these test measures the existing skills of an individual, the particular person, how much existing skill he has, that we are going to check through this test. This measures the level of knowledge and proficiency in the area of professional or technical learning. In professional and technical learning, what kind of a quality he has, that we are going to identify. Interest tests are used to know the pattern of interest or involvement of a person, in which field he is interested, how is involvement in that particular job. So these all things which we are going to understand with the help of trait test. Now these are the 4 tests which we are going to apply in the time of selection test. Now the next is, third one is employment interview. Employment interview, like similar to the personal interview what we do it out. After preliminary screening, the second one about selection test. Now third one is about employment interview. Now interview is a formal, it's a clearly formal, in-depth convocation conducted to evaluate the applicant suitability for a job, whether after doing all these things, whether he is suitable for that particular job, which we are going to check it through employment interview. The role of an interviewer is to seek information, and that the interviewer is to provide it the same. So what all test is been according to what it has been proved, so that quality they have or not, this is what we are going to check it through employment interview. Through in present time, the interviewer also seeks information from the interviewer. Again here the many personal discussions, there are many basic questions they are going to ask. With the help of this they try to understand what are the quality or capability which that particular employee has, that we can understand with the help of employment interview. And fourth one is about reference and background check. The most important part nowadays in a big company, big companies or any kind of a company, they check the reference and background check. Now what is this reference? Reference in the sense the particular candidate, his addresses, phone number, from which place he has come, and from where he has previously worked, which institution he was working, as a student of which institution he was there. So everything they are going to check. If possible, they may, from that reference given, they may call it and they may ask the information about that particular applicant. Also this also thing may happen. So this is what a reference and background check play a very important role. Okay, let's understand what is this. Many employers request names, address, and telephone number of a reference for the purpose of verifying the information, gaining additional information on an applicant. Now and the reference, what the name, numbers you are going to mention, These are the very important, because they may ask at any time, because what information you have given, that information is correct or not, they can check with the help of the reference what you people have given it. Okay, previous employees, those who are working, their reference can also be given. Known person who are there, that also we can be given. Teachers and university professors can act as a reference. Even these people, they can act as a reference, because even teachers and professors under them, they have a few years they were acting like a student, they were as a student under them. So that's what even teacher and professors also, they can give the details about that particular applicant. So that's what references and background check is very important. This must be given when it comes to the during the time of interview process. Okay, this is what about fourth one. Then the fifth one is about selection decision. After completion of this fourth stage, now the fifth one is about selection decision. Now they are going to take a final decision whether we are from company point of view, whether this person is selected or not. That is what called as a selection decision. Now here the final decision has to be made from among the candidate who are passed the test. Now who has passed all kinds of a test, interview round and reference check, all if these things are clear, the view of a concerned manager will be generally considered in a final selection, because it is his or she who is responsible for a performance of a new employee. Now with all this process which they are going to see, and they are going to give this, they are going to select among them. Now this during the time of selection, all these stages, previous stages, what all things happen, this everything they are going to take into consideration. Now the sixth one is about medical examination. So when it comes to the medical examination, after 5 stage, the next, if selection order is going, next he has to undergo the medical examination, so that whether he's fit, physically fit to do the job. These all things which they are going to measure it out, or whether any severe diseases he is facing. These all things they can measure with the help of medical examination. So after the selection decision and before the job offer, now selection has been done, but job offer, that appointment letter is not given yet. Okay, he is made, the candidate is required to undergo a medical fitness test. He need to go under medical fitness test. The job offer is given to the candidate being declared fit after the medical examination. After the medical examination only it has been considered that that particular candidate or applicant is fit to do the job, means he is physically fit or not, that they are going to indicate it. Okay, so this is what it has been done through medical examination. Now the seventh one is about job offer. Job offer is nothing but the giving an appointment letter. In that appointment they are going to mention about which date he needs to join it, because suddenly he cannot make a decision, some time has to be given for him. So during how much time is given, what work, that everything detail they are going to mention when it comes to job offer. Okay, the next step in the selection process is job offer to those applicants who have passed all the previous hurdles. Now this will be given to only those who has cleared all these 6 stages. Okay, now job offer is made through a letter of appointment. Now job offer is given through an appointment letter or confirm his acceptance. Now from company point of view he has been selected, the letter has been given. Now only from point of view, his point of view, what he is going, that is what about acceptance. Okay, such a letter generally contain a date. In that date will be mentioned by which the appoint must be report on duty. So when he is going to appoint, when he is going to go for a duty, the date, time, everything that they are going to mention, that when he is going to be appointed and when he has to work it out. So that is what the detail which will be given when it comes to an appointment letter. Now the next is 8th one is a contract of employment. So when it comes to the contract of employment, after the job offer has made, a candidate accept the offer. When the candidate particularly accept that offer, then he need to produce certain documents need to be executed by employer and the candidate. When he has been selected, he need to produce some kind of a document to employers for the organization. The one such document is the attestation form. Now with the attestation, the form, I hope you know about the attestation. And when the particular document is there, you need to attest it. The higher authority or gazette officer has to sign about it. That's what attestation will be done. This form contains certain mutual details. Some details will be mentioned in that particular form about the candidate detail, history and everything detail will be mentioned in that. Okay, which are authenticated and attested by him or her. Attestation form will be valid record for a future reference. Now once this form is there, when all detailed information is been there, you have to go with the attestation. When the attestation is been done, this will be kept as a further reference. So this is what about the contract of employment. Now this is what about the selection process. Now in simple word, I will sum up it. The selection in the sense what those who have went for a recruitment, those who are applied for the, among that they are going to choose and they are going to select it. This is what about selection. When it comes to selection, it has some process. In that, first one is a preliminary screening. They are going to evaluate detail about the particular application, what he has given, everything. Those who are fit, they are going to select. Those who are unfit, they will not, they will reject there only. This is the first stage. And second one is about selection test. They are going to apply various selection tests for them. Through the various kinds of a test, they will able to understand what the particular applicant is all about. For that 4 types of test which I have explained it. Then the third one is about when the third is the employment interview, like personal interview it will be taken. Then reference and background checks will be done. Then after that the selection decisions will be done, the final decisions that whether selected or not, that they will inform it out. And that he has to go with the medical examinations, whether he is a fit or unfit, that physically is fit or unfit, that they are going to see it out. Then job offer and says appointment letter will be given to him. And in the later they will go with the contract of employment. Through the contract of employment, certain document need to be attestation for the further reference. These are the 8 points which we have to go with when it comes to the selection process. Okay, thank you.